So this is a quick video to show you how to install the quiet form component for Framer. So this is what you will receive once you purchase the component. So you just right click on the quiet form.tsx and say open with a text editor, for example here. Then you just select all, copy. Then you go back on Framer. Here you go to assets, code. Well, I already have one, so I will just do the demo for another component. So I just do add code, a new code file. Let's say we call it form.tsx. Then you will arrive here. You select all, you delete, sorry for my English. Then you paste the code that you add and you hit saved. All right. Then you go back on your page, sorry. You take your component form and you just drop it on the canvas. So this is the default mode. Then you go on the property on the right and you see the quiet for component. For here, for this demo, is inline. You can switch to trigger or you go back to inline, all right? But now for the demonstration, how do you customize it? You just click here on Open Visual Builder. You can see you can have a lot of example here, contact form, lead qualification. So you can choose whatever you want to start with, or you can go back on an empty one, hit reset. There are some different languages for the error messages. So let's say you want to see in French, so all the UI is in French, Espanol, Portuguese, Italian, and Dutch. All right, let's keep it for the demo. Let's keep it in English. So you just hit for a title. Let's say contact us. Then you hit information title. Information text is optional. You can type whatever you want. We will reach you within 24 hours. Okay, now you can add some steps. Let's say your information, add some text, you want some email, and you can set all the input as required or not. Let's say name. You can say a placeholder like John Doe, for example. Information, it's optional. You can type whatever you want, but I think it's quite obvious for name to not put any information text. Now here, email, you can type whatever you want. So you can also do a multi-step, or you can only do a one-step formula. If you want to add another step, you click here and automatically you can see it's updated here. So here, maybe you want your messages, but if you want to see it, you just hit continue, your messages, and then you put a text area, and this is your message box. And on the Visual Builder, you can test the flow. So you hit send message, you will see how it will show on Framer. Okay, so now let's go to the customization. Maybe you want to change the continue to I don't know, next. The back button, so you hit next. Now you can see the back button and say back to I don't know, maybe, but I think back is quite obvious. And send message, or you can put send. All right, and you can customize the success screen. Here we can say message sent one. You see, can back you shortly. You can type whatever you want and send another message. It's quite obvious. Then you have to enter a form provider. As you can see, there is our Forms3, Web3 forms based in FormSpark or custom endpoint. So here for the demo, I already have a Forms3 ID. And here you can customize the color. You can see the card, red, you can customize the border, the input background. Let's say, let's do a funky one. The stroke here. All right, let's see. Let's just test this one. Once you finish customizing your quiet form builder, you hit copy config, and then you go back to Framer, and here in the config JSON input, you just paste it here. You click whatever you want, and as you can see now, your builder is connected. But what happens if you want this form to look like a trigger button? You can just click here, trigger, and here you can customize quite everything. So the button can be a text, can be inline, but as you can see, the text is white, so I will just change the color to red, for example. You can change the font weight. You see, okay. You can decide if you want an icon or no. All right. You can change the icon. For default is message. You can have mail, spark, or an arrow. You can change the icon size, sorry, and the icon position. All right. You can change the icon gap. So this is the gap between the text and the icon. And you can customize the width of the sheet. But for this, you have to hit play here, and you can see, oh, this is our form. So, all right. And if I want a sheet with very large, okay, and I want it to happen at the bottom center, all right, just try it. Okay, it works. You can choose to have a backdrop. So the backdrop, if I say no backdrop, as you can see, it's quite clear. There is no blur, there is no opacity. But if you go back here, you can choose to have a backdrop, okay? You can change the backdrop color. Let's say we want a kind of bluish, okay? So it's kind of bluish. And you can decide if the backdrop has a blur or no. All right. And if you want to test the flow before sending actual data to your form, you can hit the demo mode. So now, if I go further, so I can see the form until the end, but no message were sent. And when I'm done, I just said demo mode is no, and that's it. And you hit publish. And if you go there, let's see the submission. Yes, it went through. And that's it.